all roads lead back to your core things. Okay, so you can take the framework approach and, combine it with one of the other ones. Or what you can do is just take the framework approach and literally just make one core offer on that whole framework, right? Somebody was just saying, oh, we'll just go create one offer and like just sell that, right? But when you really can strategically look at your business model and think about, how you want it to truly be set up to scale and to meet your financial goals, your lifestyle goals, is a game changer. Hey sis, I'm just pausing this video from the editing room to remind you that this is part 4 of the 4-part series. It's the final video in this particular series. And I've basically taken you through all of the approaches, or at least 3 of them, that you can take to building your business model. So we started out with the value ladder approach, which was how I made my first 6 figures. Then we dived into the core offer approach, which was actually how I stepped into multiple 6 figures. I then shared with you my own personal case study, a story of me signing my very first 5-figure client, actually using the core offer method in part 3 of this series. And now we have made it to part 4, where we're talking all about the framework approach, which actually combines the 2 approaches and is actually my favorite place to start with clients. So definitely you want to get your pen and paper. You want to dive into this video right here. I'm so excited to see what comes up for you. So let's go ahead and dive in. The third approach that you can take is the framework approach. I actually really, really love this. And no matter what approach, I love to start here with my clients actually. And so what the framework approach does, one, framework is so powerful. This is one of the first things that we work with you on inside of my inner circle. It doesn't matter if you are someone who is at multiple 6 figures or not. We are going to go back to your framework. I've had clients who literally have had 500 clients that we still go back to their framework and we fine tune it and we find, opportunity areas and we find things that we want to refine. We find things that we want to refine inside of it, because this is all about getting better and better. Let me just pause really quick. You don't scale 0. You can't scale 0. What's 0 times 10 is 0. What 0 times 1,000,000 is 0. But if you have 2, okay, even if it's 2, well, 2 times 10 becomes 20, right? 2 times 1,000,000 becomes 2,000,000. We have to have something to scale. So get over this like, oh, I only have 1 or 2. I don't care, okay? So whether it's 2 or it's 20 or it's 200, we have to have something to scale. And so the issue that I run into with clients, right, is that they're like not wanting to try something or not wanting to put themselves out. Or I should say that's the issue they come in working with me having. And I have to shift them to get into a space of like, we have to get some things going, because what we're doing is looking for your tried and true. What are your tried and true core offers? What are your tried and true messaging? What's the most powerful parts of the work that you do? Okay, what are your most tried and true? So when we're diving into your framework is so magical because yes, we get content ideas from it, which after you watch this Monetizing Your Message series, definitely go check out my content to client series, because that series talks about like, how do you actually have the messaging and the content to bring the people into the offers, right? We're sitting here building these offers. How am I bringing the people in? All right. So definitely check that out. But when you have your framework properly built, which so many women, like, again, so many coaches don't go into people's frameworks. And I don't know where that started to be a trend, but really the framework is the foundation. If you are a subject matter expert, you're selling your expertise, your thought leadership, your experience, your skills, your knowledge, like you having your signature methodology is a game changer for your brand, for your positioning, for your visibility, for your marketing, for your content, for your business model. So I don't understand why people are going into it. But anyway, and I'm so honored that it's my genius to literally go through and fine tooth comb them. Because when we do that, we find content and messaging ideas, but we also find business model ideas, which is where this framework approach comes into play. So within your business model, so let's say you have your framework properly built. Let's say you have 3 parts of your framework. Let's say you have A, B, C, right? And within A, so core category number 1, or some people call them pillars. So within the first category of your framework, or the first pillar of your framework, you can have a high ticket offer, you could have a mid ticket offer, and you could have a low ticket offer. Or you could just have a core offer that only touches on category A. So what did I just do? I just combined the first 2 approaches. So you can combine and take the value ladder approach, but instead you're putting the value ladder underneath one category. So let's say if pillar A, for you is like mindset, well, then you can have a mindset low ticket offer, a mindset mid ticket offer, a mindset high ticket offer, or you could just have a mindset core offer. Then B, right? So for me and my framework, we also work with you. So that's mindset. We work with you on your messaging. So within messaging, right? If that was yours, you could have a low ticket messaging offer. You could have a mid ticket messaging offer. You could have a high ticket messaging offer, or you can just have one core offer that talks all about messaging. Then 3, if you have 3 pillars, let's say it's monetization, which is mine. It's about, that's where the sales part, the sales strategy, sales language, sales mastery, sales mindset, everything sales and monetizing, us creating your offers, right? What you're packaging, all that. That falls under monetization. How are we actually monetizing the message? So the mindset for the message, the messaging for the message, and then monetizing the message, right? So then I could have a low, a medium, a high, or I could just do one core on each one. So those are like 4 different options you have under each one. Or, my love, if we take the core offer approach, we just make one core offer that includes all of them. So when you come into Money in the Message, I'm going to work with you on mindset, messaging, and monetization, right? So you can think about that for your business. Do you want to combine any of the approaches, right? But we do it based off of your framework, because that's women's question for me a lot is, Kierra, okay, I see these different approaches, but like, what should be mine? And then we kind of go through the framework method, and it allows us to see options. Do you have to put all the options out right now? No. But once we do that chart with you, then you're able to identify, okay, now we have at least 20 different offers potentially, right? Which ones do you feel most called to put out right now? Which ones feel the most exciting for you? Which one feel the most impactful? Which one feels the most marketable? And of course, I will give you, I'll consult you on that and give you my thoughts and my opinion based off of my industry experience, thousands of women I've worked with, all of that, right? But then you will also decide, okay, these 3 feel really great. And bam, those are your 3 core offers. Or you know what, Kierra, these 2 feel really great. Bam, those are your 2 core offers. And then once you get yourself established with the core, right? And then maybe we have some complementary, you can create other things. Like you can have your core offer be your signature flagship, and maybe like, let's say it was a mastermind, and maybe have a flagship or not a flagship offer, a complimentary offer, like maybe a, intensive, or maybe some type of 30-day boot camp or something that you do. And then you still can have other offers in your business, but it's not something that you're out there selling a ton, right? You can have your evergreen content like blogging, YouTube, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google ads. You can have other like little products that you sell. So you can have digital products and things like that. But guess what? All roads lead back to your core thing. So you can still have other, things in your business model. I wasn't saying you can't, but it's like, what do you focus on in your marketing and messaging? Because what we don't want to do is like be talking about something different every single day and like confusing people all day long. Okay, so you can take the framework approach and, combine it with one of the other ones. Or what you can do is just take the framework approach and literally just make one core offer on that whole framework, right? Or you can divvy it up, right? Maybe you do one core offer on mindset, one core offer on messaging and monetization, like, in examples of what I gave here. So my love, I hope that supports you in seeing a couple of breakdowns of different approaches that you can take to build out your business model, and gives you a start if you're just, starting out. Listen, you're ahead of the game, because this is a next level conversation. I wish somebody was talking about this type of stuff. When I first started, somebody was just saying, oh, we'll just go create one offer and like just sell that, right? But when you really can strategically look at your business model and think about, how you want it to truly be set up to scale and to meet your financial goals, your lifestyle goals, is a game changer. And especially if you are already advanced in business, then this is definitely, I hope, giving you some ideas of things. Maybe you want to combine some things here and there. Maybe you see some spaces where you're leaving some money on the table. You're like, you know what? If I look at the framework approach, I could have an offer that's about this or that, right? And we haven't even talked about when it comes to your funnel, because the same thing that we're sitting here talking about with the paid options, you can have freebies too, or like really, really low ticket things that literally are just funnel builders. They're things that get people into your world, right? So maybe you have a free version of pillar A of your framework, right? And that just introduces it to them. And then that's the thing that maybe leads them to the mid ticket, which I forgot to say this. When it comes to value ladder, when it comes to even the core offer, any of these approaches, actually, people don't have to take step by step. So someone can go from low ticket. Remember I said earlier, I had somebody buy a $14 thing from me and then go to something where they had to make a $7,500 payment. You can have people skip certain levels. So someone can go from a low ticket to a high ticket. Someone can go from a free to a high ticket, right? So someone has done a free consultation with me and then come over into a paid 5-figure thing with me, right? You can have people in the core offer. You don't have to have people go to complimentary and then core. You can have people go right to the core. If you look at framework, you don't have to have somebody buy every low ticket in your framework, every mid-ticketing your framework, every high-ticketing your framework, they can just go right to the core for the framework, right? So you don't have to have people follow these, different spots. I know that a lot of times we're talking about funnels and people build them in that way, but I just want you to remember that you can take people to your highest, right? And literally that is where I started in my business. My very first 6 figures primarily came from me taking people right to the core offers. I didn't have all these little tiny things, right? I didn't have the content prompter. Like I didn't have all these little tiny offers, that I have in my business now. And so give yourself permission to start there. My love, I hope that inspired you when you think about your business model. Make sure that you share this video with a biz bestie, a mastermind sister, accountability buddy, a woman who wants to master, monetize, and market her message more powerfully too. And until next time, love, shine, and success in life, business, and everything in between. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye, love.